Hi guys, my name's Andrea.
And my name is Tanisa.
Welcome back to our channel.
So in today's video, we decided to talk about our favorite brushes and sponges that we use when we do our makeup.
So some of these brushes were purchased from the drugstore while others were purchased offline. And in this video, we're just going to kind of talk about our favorite ones and tell you where we got them from and how we use them and why we love them.
Alright, so if you want to see our favorite brushes, then just stay tuned.
So the very first product that I'm going to talk about is kind of a little bit different. It's this It Cosmetics brush bath, and it's really cool because literally all you have to do is spray this on your brush. So you spray it on there and then you kind of just rub it around on a towel and it'll clean it off perfectly. Like we just cleaned all of these brushes with this product right before we started filming. So
and it smells really good. I mean, it's a pricier product because it is It Cosmetics, but I just came across this product, so I used it for the first time and I was honestly blown away because it is so easy and minimum effort. So how she said, you literally spritz it on there and it takes little to no effort to break up that makeup and you have a clean brush. And they dry instantly, so you can use your brushes right after you clean them, which is great.
Yeah.
Especially if you're traveling.
Absolutely. So this is a really nice product that I like to use. I just keep it in my drawer, and whenever I need to clean off a brush, I just spray it on there and I'm good to go.
Yeah, you can do that in between like deep cleaning because it is important to deep clean your brushes. But if you're lazy, if you just haven't gotten around to cleaning your brushes, then that's a perfect in-between spot treatment. And after that, we want to mention and give a big shout out to our favorite beauty sponge ever. This has been the only thing that we have used. Beauty blenders and every other beauty sponge out there has taken a back seat. And this is the L'Oreal beauty sponge. It looks like this. They have a couple different ones. I think this is in the Infallible line. They have a green one and a blue one, but this one is the best. And
so the reason that we love this sponge so much and we can't stay away from it is because it's super bouncy when you get it wet, and then it has like a nice pointed tip, so you can get in the inner corner of your eye and really blend up your foundation and concealer under there. And not to mention, again, it's from the drugstore, so it's very inexpensive. It's, I think, half the price of a beauty blender. So this sponge really blends your foundation and concealer very effortlessly, so it's definitely our favorite sponge at the moment.
Definitely. We always go back to that one, and I think it lasts a really long time too. So for the price, I think it's a great alternative and it's something you can't pass up at the drugstore.
So next, what we're going to talk about are some of our favorite face brushes. So to start off, my favorite all over the face powder brush is this brush right here, and
it looks a little worn out if you ask me.
It's probably time to replace this because it is missing the handle, but hey, it still does the trick. So I just dip this like in my loose powder and I just pat it all over my face, and it does the job. I'm pretty sure I got this from Target. It might be the Up and Up brand. Don't quote me on that, but it was very, very inexpensive. I think maybe just a few dollars. So you can find things that are very similar to this. It's just a big, fluffy brush.
So I only have a couple of face brushes, and sometimes I switch back between using a beauty sponge and a foundation brush to apply my foundation. And aside from that beauty sponge we just talked about, I really love this e.l.f. foundation brush. It's the only one they have, and it's really inexpensive. I think it's like $1 or $3, and I think this does a really good job of applying your foundation, and I think it's really similar to a lot of high-end brushes.
The next brush that I'm going to talk about are these stippling brushes, and we both have stippling brushes. You can get them from all kinds of different stores.
I think all stippling brushes are the same. I don't really think it matters, but I think we can both agree that a stippling brush is pretty much essential in anyone's makeup kit. A stippling brush really blends out those powder products that you apply on top of your foundation, and it really makes everything look more smooth and cohesive. So something you should have in your collection, I think.
And sometimes, again, when you like put on too much product, you can use this to kind of like buff it away, and it just makes everything kind of come together and look really seamless. So
yeah,
a lot of these brushes are all very similar because we use them. We both have like very similar things.
And if you have one of these at home already, there's no need to go specifically buy like the e.l.f. one, but these are just the ones that we love and they're inexpensive, and we thought we should share them with you so you guys can try them out for yourselves. The next one that I really love is another e.l.f. one, and it's a highlighting brush. I recently got this, but I've been using it a lot. I actually bought two because one I use for setting my under eyes with powder, and the other one I use for applying bronzer. And it is a little bit tapered. It's a nice brush because the bristles are soft and because it applies the product exactly where you need it.
So for my under eyes, I use this brush right here. I got this from Target. It's the Sonia Kashuk one. Again, it was not very expensive, maybe $6 I paid for this, and it's really nice. It's tapered at the end like she was just saying, super fluffy, and it gets perfectly underneath my eyes so I can set it with powder. So this is what I use to set my under eyes and to set my face. I was talking about this brush here. So these two are a must for setting my foundation into place.
So this brush I use for bronzer, and I got it off of a set off of Amazon. If you just type in makeup brushes, it's an array that comes with about 26 pieces. And what I really like about it is because it's a smaller brush, it's more precise, and I use it for bronzer, so I make sure it's not super blown out or all over my face because I like my bronzer to be on my cheekbones only, and I want it to be precise. So this is perfect.
The next brush that I'm going to talk about is this brush right here, and this brush I got off of BH Cosmetics website. A little tip for everybody. I don't know if you guys have heard about BH Cosmetics, but they're an online store, and they have makeup and they have brushes as well. They have everything and anything you can think of, but they're so inexpensive. They have fantastic brushes. You can get them in kits of like 10 to 15 brushes or even more, or you can buy like individual pieces. And I bought several kits from them, and I believe a kit of like maybe 15 brushes is like $9. It's insane, and the quality is so fantastic. Like, they're worth every penny. Some of them come out to be less than $1 a piece if you get a certain kind of kit. So definitely recommend this brush. It's perfect for bronzer. It fits perfectly underneath my cheekbone here, and it applies it just the way that I like. So another win for me.
Definitely agree with the BH Cosmetics thing. If you haven't heard about them, go purchase some brushes because they are so worthwhile and they last a long time and they're great quality. For blush, I quickly wanted to talk about this Luxie brush. Another thing that I got off of Amazon. Along with that other brush, they have this in a set that you can purchase. And this is great because it's an angled brush, so I feel like I can apply it to the apples of my cheeks just perfectly, and it's not too dense, so it won't dispense too much product. And I love the way it fits, and I think it blends back my blush perfectly. So definitely try an angled brush, and this one from Luxie is great.
And for my blush brush, I have one, again, from BH Cosmetics. This came in a kit. They have like an eye kit and a face kit. This was in the face kit. It's angled, it's fluffy, it's really, really soft. I can get it perfectly on my cheeks and brush back like she said. So, I mean, you can't go wrong for the amount of money that you pay for this.
Now for highlighter, I have been loving this Anastasia A23 brush. Now it's a pretty penny, and you could definitely find alternatives from BH Cosmetics or the drugstore. I feel like nothing has beaten this brush just because, like I said, I like my brushes to be precise. I don't like a lot of product floating where it doesn't need to be. And this, on top of your cheekbones, it hits the peak just perfectly. It applies that highlighter right on top of your cheekbones where you want it to be, and it doesn't dispense too much product, and it doesn't look too powdery. The bristles are soft, and I think they're synthetic, which makes sure to pick up that highlighter powder really well. So check it out.
And my highlighting brush, I actually have two, and I bought both of these brushes from Morphe. Morphe, again, is another very, very, very affordable brand. They are starting to sell Morphe in Ulta now, so you can get brushes there. That's actually where I picked up this little one. And I think for this little one, this one's more precise. As you can tell, it would like perfectly hit the top of your cheek. This one's a little bigger and fluffier, but I like this when I'm doing just a quick like foundation powder, and when I want an all over glow, I just dip this in my highlight and I brush it all over my cheeks. It's not as precise, it's pretty flimsy, but they're really great highlighter brushes. It just depends kind of what look you're going for. You could even pinch this together and make it a little bit more precise if you want to buy this brush and kind of use it for two different purposes.
Another thing that I love about this Anastasia brush is that I can highlight my cheekbones, my brow bone, and my nose, my cupid's bow in one foul sweep just because it's small enough.
Now we're going to move on to the eyes. I'm not going to go through every single one of these brushes individually. I have a bunch, and some of them I've purchased from the drugstore. Some of them I purchased in sets from BH Cosmetics, like this one. This one's also from BH Cosmetics as well. And then some of them I got like in Ipsy bags, so they're kind of from all different sources, but they're all really good brushes and I love them. So the one that really stands out to me is this one. This one's synthetic. It kind of looks like a mini version of that highlighter brush that I was showing you guys, but I got this from my Ipsy bag, and it's so nice. It blends your eyeshadow out so perfectly. It's just the right amount of stiff, but not too stiff that it hurts your eyes when you're putting on eyeshadow, so this definitely stands out to me. And another one that really stands out to me is this tapered brush. I use this for inner corner highlight and to highlight underneath my brow bone. So other than that, I mean, honestly, I feel like you can't go wrong with eyeshadow brushes. You kind of just have to see what you like and what works for your eyelid shape. So I would just pick up a bunch from the drugstore and kind of play around with it and see what you like. And the purpose of these brushes, you don't have to use them for what they say on the packaging.
Exactly.
If you find a brush that you like for your bronzer and it's a blush brush, by all means, go for it. It's okay. There's really no rules.
Definitely. Couldn't agree more. That goes for anything in makeup, really. And for me, I also have my brushes from an array of places. I have one from Wet n Wild. Mostly all of them are from BH Cosmetics though, and e.l.f. So really quickly, I wanted to talk about my two favorite blending brushes. One of them is from Wet n Wild, and they came out with an entire collection a couple months ago. This is a really great blending brush. I feel like this gets the job done really quickly. You don't need to spend a lot of time blending out your eyeshadow. And same with this one from BH Cosmetics. I think this is the number 12. So if you go online, I bought this one individually, you'll be able to find it. Another great one is this pencil brush, and how she was mentioning before, this is a pencil brush. It's meant to blend out your eyeshadow, but I actually use this for my inner corner highlight and for my brow bone highlight when I'm not using the Anastasia brush. And it really dispenses that highlighter well, so it's nice and pigmented. Another great brush from BH Cosmetics is this angled brush that I used to do my eyebrows. I stopped using a high-end brush just because I felt like this one was better. The bristles were more stiff, and I felt like this dispensed the product a lot better, and I was able to do my eyebrows with more precision.
So that was kind of a brief overview of our favorite brushes and where we purchased them from and what we use them for. So like we were saying, you can really purchase a brush and use it for whatever you feel comfortable with. My advice, I think, would be to just go online and purchase like a set of brushes and kind of play around and see like what you like and what you don't, because when you purchase things individually it can be more expensive, but if you have a sole purpose for what you're using the brush for and you know like what you want it for, then you can buy things individually. It's not an issue whatsoever.
Right, and those sets can be purchased off of BH Cosmetics like she was mentioning, or off of Amazon, which is where I first purchased my makeup brushes that I started off with, and I slowly started branching off into other stores and brands that I found other brushes, and I found what works for me. So you just kind of have to start where you're comfortable, and how she said, if you're looking for a specific brush, then just go purchase that. But if not, if you want to just start off with makeup, I would definitely recommend buying a set and going from there.
Absolutely. And then don't forget to check out your drugstores and Target and Walmart. They also have a ton of brushes and makeup products that are fantastic. So
there's no need to spend a lot of money on a brush. So just keep your eyes peeled and just look out for these quality brushes that we mentioned. Alright guys, thank you for watching. That was everything that we had to share with you about our favorite drugstore brushes.
We hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye!
Yeah, it blends your makeup effortlessly. What was that? It blends your makeup effortlessly. That's a tough
Maybe
one.
you shouldn't say that word.
Do it. No!
Come on.
I can't effortlessly.
Effortlessly.
Effortless. Effortless. Oh my god!
Are you okay?
I think I'm having a seizure or stroke. I am so awkward.
Okay.
Another thing I really love about this Anastasia brush is that it's small enough that it fits on top.
You're really killing me with this brush.
Shut up!